You know, it's one thing when you talk about someone you got a fight lined up, or you have a potential fight lined up, or you're talking to a fighter where maybe a fight could get lined up. It's different when you're talking to somebody who you know you're not going to fight because he already kicked your ass and he retired. It's like, now it's kind of like cowardice too a little bit, because like, you know, it's like when your friends are holding you back and you're talking shit. You know, he knows he's not going to fight Khabib in a main fight, and he knows that's not going to draw him in, because he knows Khabib's more mature than that. He's not going to fall. Khabib would be doing what Conor wants, and Khabib would never do what Conor wants. So Conor could say whatever the hell he wants. He's not going to force Khabib to do a damn thing. And so it was kind of weak, I think, in my opinion, that he's attacking somebody, A, that kicked his ass fast or dominantly, and then B, that he's not going to fight again. So he's just being a dick for no reason. And I hate talking bad about people, especially Conor and big guys on the sport that's done big things. But after that comment and before that comment, to be honest, I'm the same way. To me, like, in my opinion, I'm like, fuck him. I don't give a shit about Conor. Conor could want to be on this podcast, and I would literally tell him no. And like, I know that's like, it's a big deal because Conor's the biggest star in the sport, but I literally have zero respect for him. And I want to have respect for people that I have on the podcast, and I just don't see him as like a good person. And I think it also proves that money doesn't buy class. I mean, the guy's got a ton of money. He's on the Forbes list, #1. He's above Ronaldo right now, or was. And then he says shit like that, talks about Dustin Poirier's wife while he's sitting down with the fucking broken, you know, whatever, sitting there, you know, and already lost the fight. Now he says this about Khabib. The guy's just out of control, I think, in my opinion. So.
Well, yeah, from my perspective, also, I was a fan, even though I didn't like him. I still was a fan of his fighting.
No, he's done a lot.
Appreciative of how good he was and how good he could actually be. But now, after those comments he made, because the whole world suffered, bro, the whole world. Yeah. I'm not talking about Khabib. I'm talking about the whole world.
Yeah.
I don't care no more. I'm no longer a fan. I could care less to watch him. Before, I was like, I tuned in to watch him. I said that. I made those comments that I would tune in to watch him. Now, no, I don't care. I don't care about him. I won't tune in to watch him anymore.
He has a big following, but he lost a big part of that following because he didn't understand COVID affects everyone. Like, it affected me. It affected my family. Like, I didn't lose anyone, and it wasn't like close to me. I didn't get it, but it's like, you know, it affects you. You know people that like have COVID. You know people that struggled. You know people that, we all know people that's passed. We know people that's had friends and family that's passed. So it affects everyone. So when you're Conor and you do stuff like that, you lose a lot of fans. I think he's not going to recover. He obviously can't fight a top 10 fighter and put on the performances that he did before. He can win fights still, but he's not what he was. And then now with this, it's like, I think he's pretty much sealed his fate, in my opinion. That's my, and leave a comment for you guys watching. Like, I'm not trying to be a hater, but fuck him for saying that shit. That's fucked up, in my opinion.